Is fear blocking your happiness? Fear is paralyzing and can be life-threatening. Fear is our body's auto-response system that is present in the face of danger. When we are in a dangerous situation, fear gets or enters our body. It causes our body to shrink, to our muscles to tighten up, our heart beats faster, we sweat, and sometimes we either highly get focused or get disoriented. Fear is a very strong emotion at the opposite side of happiness. When we are happy, we don't have fear, and when we are afraid, we are not happy. But most of the time, we want to choose happiness versus fear because the negative effect of fear is triple-fold on our body and our life. First, it takes away our joyful moment from us. Second, it almost always never happens the way we think and the way we are afraid of something that is happening. And third, the law of attraction is always at work. So the more we are thinking about fear, the more fearful situation appears in our life. So it is our responsibility to let go of fear. And here is 4 ways that I'm going to share with you to let go of fear. The first one is to identify your fear, whether it is real or unreal. The second thing is to build confidence, to learn to face your fear. The third one is to trust nature, because we're not always in control. The fourth one is act in spite of the fear or challenge yourself. So first, let's talk about your real and unreal fear. Real fears are when we are in a real life-threatening situations. That is the time that our auto response system works, and we decide either this way or that way based on our instinct at that time. So we have options, and then we choose one way over the other. Unreal fears are the ones that are most common and are the ones that we have to let go of. Those are the ones that hasn't happened yet. Those are something that we think it might happen in the future. For instance, we're fearful of robbery, of getting sick or dying, or our loved ones getting sick or dying. Fear of losing our job, our home, fear of losing our income, fear of repeating past negative experiences. These are some examples that has not happened yet, but we are fearful of doing them or fearful of the situation, just to be in that situation. So as soon as these kind of fear enters our mind or our thoughts, we just have to, instead of focusing on the worst case scenario, we have to change our mind right away and focus on the best case scenario. That is how easy we can change our mind about fear and being afraid. Second, to let go of your fear by building self-confidence. When I moved to Maui, I was born and raised actually in a landlocked country, and I wasn't familiar with water. So every time I went to the water, to the ocean, when I moved to Maui, I went a step further. I wasn't comfortable at the beginning. I was afraid of the water, but then slowly I did a little bit of swimming lessons, and I learned how to move further into the ocean every time I went in the ocean, just by building my self-confidence, by learning how to swim, and by watching other people. The third way to let go of fear is to just trust nature, because we're not in control, and we have to trust that nature will take care of us, that the outcome is always good, it's not always negative. So that is the positive thinking. And also part of our life, or joyful life and purposeful life, is to challenge ourselves, is to take risks and take some actions that are out of our comfort zones. That is something that has the biggest reward in the life. So just trust nature and the way that nature has intended for you to be happy and safe. And as soon as you feel happy and safe, fear disappears or diminishes. And then the fourth way to let go of fear is by challenging yourself. Every time fear enters my mind, I ask myself, what is the worst thing that can happen? And when I answer that question, then my fear looks small and it looks manageable. So I guess you can challenge yourself to take risks of moving forward despite fear that is present. And when you overcome that challenge, you will find your wings to fly. Just as Rumi says, you are born with wings, why choose to crawl? So it is your responsibility to move away from fear and to embrace your happy life. And I'm sure that you have already experienced a few instances. So please, if you can, share your story of how you challenge yourself, how you overcome your fear, and how do you feel about it now. This is a wrap for me. I am Farima Joya, your happiness expert at farimajoya.com. Thank you for watching and for listening. Please subscribe to my channel or take a moment to share your story or at least give me a thumbs up. Until next time, remember to let go of your fear one by one.